And speaking of China, I want to take you back to something we covered on this show now it was 3 months ago. Over the past 2 years, Chinese nationals have begun buying up tens of thousands of acres of farmland in the state of Oklahoma. While they've been doing so in a number of states, Oklahoma has become their go-to state for these purchases. Given the economic and the national security ramifications here, Congress should get involved. Well, now they are. My next guest, Senator Tom Cotton, and his colleague, Tommy Tuberville, introduced a bill this week that would ban the CCP and anyone associated with the CCP from buying up American land. And it's not just the Oklahoma farmland I told you about. According to the National Association of Realtors, Chinese investors were one of the top foreign purchasers of U.S. land, spending a record $6.1 billion last year just on existing homes. Senator Cotton joins me now. Senator, I can hear the libertarians out there saying, well, what's the big deal here? China's engaging in, capitalism. They're buying up land that's driving up prices. Why isn't that good for the economy?
Well, our libertarian thought is very helpful in guiding tax policy and regulatory policy here in the United States. Ronald Reagan understood that. But in a world of borders, it doesn't work quite so well. Borders that are open on our border with Mexico, or where you have Chinese influence crossing into our border from mainland China. And letting China buy up our farmland or our food companies is a massive strategic mistake. Look, the simple facts are this: China cannot feed itself. The United States can not only feed our own citizens, but feed much of the world thanks to the productivity of our farmers and our ranchers. Why would we ever want to surrender that huge strategic advantage to China?
Well, Gordon Chang pointed out that, and this was recently, he wrote the piece saying that individuals, that actually are allowed to, purchase this land, the national intelligence law of China, that they actually have to be part of the Chinese network of the national intelligence law, and they require every Chinese national or entity to commit acts of espionage if the regime demands. So it's like China views their foreign nationals, whether they're here to buy land or here to be involved in some business, to track activities of Americans and businesses while they're here if asked, correct?
Yeah, that's right, Laura. I mean, China is not America. China is a communist country. And in America, if an American citizen wants to buy a farm in Canada or buy a timeshare condo in Mexico, they can do that. They don't have to ask permission of our government. But in China, if you want to get out of the country, if you want to take your money out of the country, then you, in effect, have to ask for permission from the Chinese Communist Party and to do their bidding if called upon. That's why we should simply stop these kinds of purchases of farmlands or food companies, or from Chinese companies building new food companies here in America, like they're trying to do outside the Grand Forks Air Force Base in North Dakota, doing Lord knows what else in proximity to that base. We should just stop it. It should not be allowed.
Senator, thank you so much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.